are asking about Texas. Texas and Mississippi lifted the mask mandates. Well, Mississippi, when it Texas, Texas and Mississippi lifted the mask mandates. Well, Mississippi, when it Texas, Texas and Mississippi lifted the mask mandates. Well, Mississippi. I'm hearing the echo, so I had to stop talking. I think Mississippi went into effect immediately. I haven't listened to the entire press conference from the governor, and I believe Texas will go into effect next week, right? And so it's good news. Good news for people who want to breathe in pure oxygen and not their own carbon dioxide. And not their own carbon dioxide, right? So you have some people who really value health and believe in God's systematic way of humans providing carbon dioxide to the plants, right? And plants providing pure oxygen to humans for a healthy and healing body. So I am one of them, and I've only had to I only wear a mask when mandated, and I have been the healthiest. Have not been to a doctor, a clinic for any type of, just really focus on my health, right? Health and exercising, my vitamin intake, my eating regimen. And I can tell you, for the first time in a long time, I used to, like every spring, I have to go to doctors at least for a sinus infection, right? Last spring, I didn't have to go for a sinus infection, not even a common cold. Haven't been so far this spring. So the thing that this did bring out to me was more awareness about my health. So you all come in real quick. Let me do a sound check and see if that echo is still going in. As I set everything up, right, I want to play my favorite song for you. And we're going to get into the topic of cryptocurrency. We're going to discuss Ethereum, smart contracts, DeFi financing, Cardano, and Dogecoin, right? Dogecoin. So you all come in. Hello. We got Georgia. Good evening to all of you all. Texas. Sending love for Texas. They do everything bigger in Texas. I have 3 people in for Texas. Hello, Jake. Jake is in. Hello, Jake. All right. So let me just play this music while I get everything set up. We got Philadelphia in the house also on the scope, Periscope. Make sure that you pump those hearts, show some digital love, Periscope, and I'm not on Instagram. I was about to say Instagram, but for let me see, is it allow me? Oh yeah. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube and Facebook. So let me get everything set up. Give me 2 minutes, right? Let me log in.
Coin doubled in one day a couple of weeks ago. I think it's up 7,000%.
Hello. Come on in. We got
a lot of craze, and I don't mean that in a negative way. How do you think this all ends?
Tell Khaled I got crypto keys. Investing money just to get more cheese. You paying taxes, I don't get no fees. Them coins stacking, I got chips on me. I got coin like Mario, pump it, turn up the audio. This that digi-dollar flow, this the shit you just gotta know. You carry them knots, ain't what I prefer to do. Hot spitter, that ain't the currency I'm referring to. I'm talking Bitcoin, getting fast, top yo dinero. Trap, turn your stash spots to Monero. If you watch your hustling, homie, only way to block games. Take that block change, put it on the blockchain. We just laughing at them cause they can't touch it. All this ripple, put a ripple in my central bank budget. Ponzi schemes, promising payoffs, turn me way off. We don't with Big Connect, that's that Bernie Madoff. Sucker, tell Khaled I got crypto keys. Investing money just to get more cheese. You paying taxes, I don't get no fees. Them coins stacking, I got chips on me. I got that digital gold. I got that digital gold. I I got that digital gold, gold. I got that digital gold. I got that digital gold. I got that digital gold. I got that, I got that, I got that, I got that, I got that digital gold. You do the digital dash, nah, I do the digital cash. I want my shit to the moon. I'm trying to get to the bag. You taking pictures to brag, trying to buy some land though. Billy D in Star Wars, I'm just trying to land though. Got to try to push this art. How far will this van go? But I'm moving too damn slow. That's why I got that ether flowing. Stillmatic Nas. I just thought I'd get the people knowing. Nah, this ain't no Jay-Z diss. Crypto about to make me rich. Bars, rapping, go be, I'm the Black Satoshi. About to change the whole world, and you don't even know me. Get your coins up, and once they going up, and don't resell. You trying to feed your family's family, UHODL. Hallelujah. Tell Khaled I got crypto keys. Investing money just to get more cheese. You paying taxes, I don't get no fee. Them coins stacking, I got chips on me. Hey, I got that digital gold. Hey, I got that digital gold. Hey, I got that digital gold, gold. I got that digital gold. Hey, I got that digital gold. Hey, I got that digital gold. Hey, I got that, I got that, I got that, I got that, I got that digital gold.
All right, got that digital gold. So I just came from the gym, right? I'm trying to fix my hair. And I thought I was live streaming from the gym, and I was not. So that's why a lot of people was on hold. We have over 100 people in. It's showing on YouTube. You all hit those thumbs up, right? Hit the thumbs up, right? And I want to discuss first blockchain, right? What blockchain is. Um, blockchain technology, right? Blockchain technology. So, what does Cardano has to do with Web 3.0, and exactly what is the difference between blockchain technology and actual cryptocurrency? Because a lot of people often confuse cryptocurrency with the blockchain technology, right? So let's get right into this. Again, I just had a workout, so I'm a little fatigued. We're gonna get right into it. And pretty much Cardano, right? Cardano, Polkadot, right? Will be just two of the altcoins or the blockchain technology, right? Altcoins is short for alternative coins, right? That will be used, right, to fuel many cryptocurrencies, right? Many cryptocurrencies. So when you talk about Web 3.0, right, let's go back to Web 1.0, right? Web 1.0 was pretty much your dial-up internet, right? I do have a Jake in, he's young. He doesn't even know about dial-up internet, right? When you would hear the sound as the internet was dialing up and you're, slow, very slow to connect. Well, let's get started with what internet is, right? A lot of people use internet, right, and don't really know what internet is. So what the internet did, or its function, or what it is, it computers were created first, right? Computers were created first. And so the internet was a technology, or is the technology created that allows computers to communicate, right, between one another, right? Sending emails, web browsing, et cetera, et cetera. So thus form internet, right? A lot of people thought that this was going to be a .com. At some point, a .com crash when the internet was first introduced. And so you had Web 1.0 that was pretty much, right? You remember that dial-up, don't you? I wish I can do that dial-up sound. Let me see, can I find that dial-up sound, right? Does anyone still use AOL too? You remember AOL? You used to have AOL email, and so what it was, right, is that it allowed for the first. Let's see if I can find the sound of dial-up internet. The dial-up internet sound. Let me see. Can I find it? Right. Give me 1 second. It's just for you know. Let's see if I can find the dial-up internet sound. Y'all remember this? Yeah, remember that? Gwen said her boss still uses AOL, right? Still using AOL. This is a 90s throwback. It would take forever, right, to connect to the internet. So my young people know nothing about this, right? And so now through Web 1.0, you have the e-commerce that came along, that came on the scene, like the eBay, the Amazon, right, and began to use this free technology in order to do e-commerce from computers via online, and again for us to communicate via email or to search for information online, right? And so now you have Web 2.0, and I think my internet connection seems like it's looking weak or slow. Let me make sure. I'm getting one signal, so let me know if you all can still hear me well. As my internet connection is showing a weak signal, right? Hello, Brandon. How are you? Hello, Brandon. I'm looking for more collaboration. And Brandon, I have not forgot about the mastermind. I know you're just saying hello, but I'm just telling you I haven't forgot. I just had a friend to go through something tragic and kind of threw me out for a couple of days. So I decided to just live streaming this week. You can't hear me? Okay. You can't hear me. Oh, we can hear you. Okay, good. Let me know if you all can hear me. And let me do a sound check as well, just to make sure. Um, okay, and so, okay, you can hear me. Good, good, good. Because honestly, I just changed over some of my sound system, so I don't know. But my internet does look weak though. I don't know what's going on. I'm talking about slow internet connection. Okay, thank you. And my internet looks a little blurry on my end. However, let me see if I can switch over. Um, so let's get into, so then we have Web 2.0, right? And the Web 2.0 was pretty much for a connection of e-commerce. Okay, e-commerce. It's just on my phone. My internet looks a little blurry, so I'm just gonna go on because this is how it's showing on my end, and I'm giving a weak signal, but I'm going anyway. I'm going on anyway. Um, but the e-commerce now, and you got Web 2.0, which was Facebook that connected social media, right? And e-commerce is went a step higher. So if you don't know, if you don't remember, at first you had MySpace, right? MySpace was the forerunner. Uh, it was the pioneer for the Facebook, right? And for the Twitter, and for the Instagram, for the um, TikTok or whatever it is. Yeah, I know it's showing slightly blurry, and for some reason my internet um, is showing a weak signal, right? It's showing a weak signal, but it won't let me switch over, right? So I'm trying to switch over to my other uh, Wi-Fi signal, right? Right. So, but it won't allow me to switch over. So now, and I don't know if you all don't know or do know, but MySpace at its peak was valued at like $12 billion, and then they sold it to Justin Timberlake for like I think 350 million. Right. So the lesson learned from MySpace: if you don't make the change or the adaptions to the free energy and technology advances, right? Um, then you'll get left behind, right? And it shows the how a devaluation. So a company goes from 12 billion and then to 350 million, and that's a scenario of not understanding that we are moving to a new economy, right? And that we will be a cashless economy. Probably you'll see more of that into next year, and definitely 2023, probably no cash transactions at all, right? So now, yeah, someone said MySpace had poor coding as well, right? So now, I don't know, this just bothered me. I'm looking on my phone. I got 300 people live, and it's looking a little blurry. You all, give me one second. Give me 1 second. Let me try to enhance this internet for 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. All right, let me see if that's gonna help. Let me see if that reset. Speaking of great reset, yeah, okay, thank you. You said still blurry. Speaking of the great reset, let me see if I can do a Wi-Fi reset. Okay, it's a little bit. See, that's just how quick resets happen, right? And so, yes, Justin Timberlake, 350 million. So when you're not able to adapt to changes, right, you're going to get devalued. Your company or yourself, and left behind. So now we have Web 3.0. Web 3.0, and a big thing that Cardano and Polkadot, right, is going to be a part of, and all of much of the decentralized financing market. So, what is Web 3.0, Queen? What exactly is blockchain, right? What exactly is blockchain? Blockchain is the technology, right, that will fuel cryptocurrencies, right? Let's say one of the well-known cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, right? So you gotta have the blockchain to fuel that. Now, some examples of blockchain or the use cases for blockchain is, let's say that you are allergic, right? So let's say you're allergic to peanuts. You're allergic to peanuts, and you go on a flight, right? You go on a flight, and the flight attendant gives you like a bag of cookies or something, right? Well, you can take the barcode. You can take that barcode. Give me 1 second. And scan it on your smartphone to see all the ingredients through blockchain, right? To see if any nuts or peanuts or whatever that you're allergic to was in the ingredient, right? Um, all transactions, right? Consensus are met, blocks are created, are approved. Everyone, it could be done in a matter of seconds, right? A matter of seconds. Another example of blockchains is organizations and countries, right, are checking land contracts through blockchain technology and blockchain management. So Walmart was able to recall one batch of mangoes in 2.2 seconds through blockchain that they created with collaboration of IBO in 2.2 seconds, right? That would have took 6.5 days to recall a batch of mangoes. So it also works for supply chain as well, right? Let's say, just imagine if you can read like a textbook in 2.2 seconds, right? So all of your documentations, your death certificates, your birth certificates, right, will be kept on a blockchain. Uh, Even our government, have said they indicted people through extortions using transparent blockchain technology already, right? Ohio, on the state level, became the first organization to actually accept Bitcoin to pay taxes on the blockchain, even though they reversed it. But in 2018 and 2019, they did allow, right, to pay taxes through Bitcoin through the blockchain technology, right? Also, your health records. Your health records. If you are in another state or traveling abroad to another country, and you need to have access maybe to your health records for medical doctor or new, you can have it all stored within a tap of your phone through a blockchain. Now, blockchain has its goods and it has it's bad, right? It has its pros and it has its cons. In a sense, it will take away your privacy. However, it is the new technology. So that's Web 3.0. And now you have alternative coins. Now you have altcoins like Cardano, Polkadot, that will be the fueling technology, right? Blockchain behind this technology. And so oftentimes, I love to give information and education, right? And oftentimes you all invest in things, you don't know you don't understand its functions, its utility, its purposes, right? And I get that. You got people that, they just feel like this is a quick flip for me. I want to grow my cash. But what if I propose to you that this is the new cash? Right? And that a lot of people are getting in at groundbreaking level so that they could be, it's like getting in on Amazon and Tesla, right? And within its first stages. And that's how people break the chains of poverty. They understand that they can't outwork poverty, right? They have to allow their investment to do that. And they understand that they have to employ their money. So this is a dual situation. Yes, it is an investing tool. Yes, it is. But also it helps with DeFi financing as well. So what's DeFi financing, Queen? You broke down Web 3.0. You broke down blockchain technology, right? And a lot of times people call Cardano and Polkadot, for example, cryptocurrencies when it's really blockchain technology, right? So what's decentralized financing, right? Decentralized financing is pretty much when you take out the middleman, right? You take out the banks, you take out companies that you have to go through a contractual agreement, for example, to purchase a mortgage or a vehicle. You have to sign documentation on paper with your signature in blue ink. And then you have to get approved by either having collateral, right? Even if you have the cash reserves in the bank, you have to go through the bank or organization to take a loan out against your cash in that bank. Decentralized financing will end or eradicate all of that. It takes out the middleman, no third party, right? I was once doing business, right? You all know that I coach girls basketball, and I was doing business with our rep, right? The rep, and I would have to go through the rep and tell the rep, this is what I want to order, whether it's, tennis shoes, traveling suits, right? Nike apparel, Adidas apparel, whatever. And then I began to go directly to East Bay team sales. And the representative that I used to go through, he said, he said, Coach, what you're doing is you're cutting me out. I'm the middleman. And I said, well, I hate that it's taking money out of your pocket. But for me to go directly to East Bay sales and cut out the middleman, adds money to my budget, right? And the commission I was paying you, right? I can save that money because now my pricing is a whole lot cheaper. Well, that's an example of DeFi finance. It doesn't look at your FICO credit scores. It does not have to get approval through a bank. You don't have to sign documentation. You don't have collateral required by the bank, right? If you have certain cryptocurrencies, notice I said certain cryptocurrencies, right? Those cryptocurrencies can be used as collateral for loans. So cryptocurrency is just not the future of currency or the future of money. It's also the future of lending. Now you don't have any banks involved, right? And then you have what is called smart contracts, right? Smart contracts, which is also peer to peer. What smart contracts do is or does is that it has certain codes within the contract, right? Just like there are certain codes within the blockchain. So you have codes within the contract, and party A has to sign, or you all make the contractual agreement in such a way that party A agrees to do one, two, and three, right? And then you or party B agrees to do one, two, and three. And the contract is not cleared, right, until both parties have met all of their contractual agreements. So that's the ideology of smart contracts, right? And so this is the future of where we are going. I'm going to pause right here. And read some comments. No central bank hub, that's the biggest things, is not in place. Jason, I don't know what you mean. You say it's everywhere. Sean says most products have certificate of analysis that will be incorporated on a blockchain for recall purposes. And Alfred says, you really think the government is going to allow crypto to take over the US dollar without them controlling it? Honestly, the United States government is at the mercy of China right now, right? China is the financial powerhouse country, and they have more gold, which is constitutional money, the only money that can pay debts, right? Your dollar, the US, your cash can only discharge debt. The only thing by our founding fathers, U.S. constitutional, that can pay a debt off is gold or silver. Cash can only discharge a debt, meaning that if someone invoices me a bill for $10 and then I pay them with a federal debt reserve note, right? In 1971, the dollar became dead because it was unpegged or unconnected to gold backing it, which is money, right? And I give them a IOU Federal Reserve note, then it's a minus $20 because that debt was only discharged, it was not paid. Meaning debt cannot cancel out debt. It only puts you further into debt. And so is the government going to allow crypto? Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve Chairman, has already put out a statement that the Fed digital dollar is a priority. Let me see, can I pull that up? On the digital currency. At this point, they have really no choice because they said that the digital dollars will help the United States keep its allies like China in check. China has already taken off on their digital currency, which is also the powerhouse not only in real gold reserves, but in cryptocurrency and its digital yuan. And China is pushing the argument that, hey, we have more money, real money, in our possession, right? And so our currency should be the new world reserve currency. So this article was published February 27th. A digital dollar will help the U.S. and its allies keep China in check. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell hinted this week that a digital dollar is high priority for the United States. China has ramped up its efforts for a digital yuan to undermine the dollar and extend its influence. The benefits for Beijing will be considerable if the U.S. sees ground in financial technology innovation. Listen at this: financial technology innovation and the dollar's global dominance, right? And so this is Federal Jerome Powell's digital dollar is high priority for us. Didn't say it was low priority, it's high priorities. And so this is why 5G had to be first, right? First released in China. And now other countries have 5G technology, including the United States, who later began to see the 5G towers installed and output in the United States, because this will be a global effort. All countries will be digital. So, in essence, we're moving from debt based money, which is the cash or the dollar, right, to debt free money, meaning that there will be no more Federal Reserves issuing cash, fiat currency to governments, right, with interest. And see, all of this is about energy. It's all about free energy. See, what a lot of you all don't understand is right now that free energy, right, is your labor on your job. Because when the Federal Reserve, a lot of people think the Federal Reserve and the government are the same. They're not the same, right? This is what caused Abraham Lincoln to be really, I think, assassinated, because Abraham Lincoln was like, let's just have the greenback dollar. Why should we depend on the Fed, right, which is a private entity, to issue dollars to our citizens? The government can create their own currency. And shortly after, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. So now you will have a national tax, right? A national tax, a one world currency, digitalized. Central banks, more than likely, we use Ripple XRP to connect the central banks. And then your commercial banks, you're going to see more closures of commercial banks, because they can't, this is a debt-based system. And if they cannot issue out loans, right, then there's no need for them to exist. Also, you just had a statement that Joe Biden is already focusing on closing down the three big credit agencies: Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Let me see if I can pull that article up. Now, I think we're going to see these implementations next year, right? I don't think this is going to be full effect this year, but we're going to see it taking off, right? Definitely, I believe in going into 2022. So let me share that article with you all. I always like to share information, because people actually don't read as much as they watch television, right? They don't read. They don't read. They don't read. They watch TV and they believe whatever the masters of the media tell them, right? This article, February the 4th, Biden may move to fire the three credit agencies. Again, the whole purpose of blockchain technology is that no companies no have centralized control, right? Like Robinhood with its stocks, it can decide, the CEO or the CFO or their company can decide that they can make adjustments right in the middle of a transaction, right? And then that's where you have GameStop, where they stop allowing people to do options trading, or to become richer from the GameStop short squeeze. So now you look at Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, and you ask yourself, right? All three of these credit agencies have different policies. All three of them will have some things reporting on your credit report and some things not reporting. Is that fair? Why would TransUnion, for example, have a medical collection and Equifax not reported at all? Why will Experian, for example, have a late payment and TransUnion Equifax not reported? So the system, credit agencies, they're not bureaus. Many people And even, this is why people refer to them as bureaus, because that's what the media call them. So a lot of people think that they are government entities, and they're not. Just like they think the Fed is a government entity, and it's not, right? Just like FedEx is not a government entity; it's a private business that ships and receives um, produce or products, right? The credit agency is not a bureau, neither is the Federal Reserve. They are private owned businesses. And all of them have discrepancy on how they report your credit report. Some of them, two of them might report inaccurate, or three is never an even playing field of accuracy. And have you ever asked yourself, why do we need three different credit agencies in existence? Doesn't make sense, right? So blockchain will change all of that, right? And will people have a even playing field? Some people are saying, "Oh yes, wow, they're doing away." Some people still won't have an even playing field because they're not investing in cryptocurrency. And so it's certain cryptocurrencies that you need in order, right, to have this access to get these loans without your government ID, without approval through your FICO score. And if you don't have these Bitcoin, for example, or Ethereum in your possession, then you can't position yourself. And it's also a loan to value ratio, LTV. So if you just have one or two Ethereum, for example, then your percentage on your loan is going to be very low, right? But you will have fintech companies that will come in, and for the lower income people, will have qualifications through the blockchain technology, right? For people to qualify now for what I call is crypto credit, right? Crypto credit. So let me take a minute to look at some of the comments. Thank you, Alfred. Say I've been looking at your channel for a while. Thank you so much. Make sure that you all are subscribed. I appreciate it. Let's get into, I see you all are saying about Dogecoin, so we can get into Dogecoin. Thank you, Patrice Prayer says great information. LaKendrick says, I actually do not feel bad for the three big credit bureaus going extinct. I have good credit. Well, credit is just going to look different. It's still going to require some kind of qualifications, but it's only, it's going to be for the people that have positioned themselves and that have those cryptocurrencies in their possession. And that's why when people are telling me, oh, I'm trading, why hodl? They don't get it. And then my guy Brandon was on, he's probably off now, but he's teaching a whole nother level, right? Of cryptocurrencies besides holding or hodling or staking. This other level is called farming, which I'm going to invest and get into the mastermind to learn that level as well. And so that's why I tell people, know all these utilities and the purpose and the power of cryptocurrencies, because I know that right now Bitcoin and Ethereum are two of the highest loan to value cryptocurrencies that people can own. And that's why I don't suggest people use exchanges like Cash App and Robinhood to invest in their cryptocurrencies, right? Because really Robinhood is a stock platform and you don't have the keys, meaning you don't have the ownership. So you can't even get DeFi financing or loans against those cryptocurrencies because you don't own them. It's just on an exchange to convert it back to cash. And again, cash is the lowest yielding asset it is. Bank of America, for a money market account, I think will issue out 0.0000.3%, right? And another myth that's often taught in financial education is that the banks need your cash through the Federal Reserve System to lend out more money. That is not true. That is not true. Let me see if I can find this. Read this article that was about, I think, let me just pull it up. that banks don't want your cash on Time Magazine. And let's see if I can pull it up on my phone. I think it was maybe 5 years old. Why many banks don't want your money. This is another myth that's taught in financial literacy world or education world, that the banks want your money so they can lend out through the fractional reserve system, because how much you deposit depends on, is allows them to lend out more. And so they make money off of your cash by lending it out to others. That's a myth. This was in 2011. Actually, it's older than 5 years. In 2011, why many banks don't want your money. It is well documented that consumer spending is down. Some consumers are spending less, quite simply because they are among many members of the middle class who suddenly find themselves with less money to spend. Others are spending less because, given the fragile, uncertain state of the economy, they feel compelled to save more. This is why my mentor and direct mentor, Robert Kiyosaki, says savers are losers. Banks are flooded with deposits, right, as a result. But guess what? They don't want your money. They don't want you. That's why when people flash their cash and their bank account statements, that just shows me that they have a lack of true financial education. Because if the banks don't want it, that should not be braggadocious for you, right? You might assume, it goes on to say, that banks always take the more merrier approach to customer deposits, and they'll be more than happy um, than to have money in commercial banks. Checking and savings and money market accounts increased over 10% in the last 3 months. This is 2011 again. But you'd be wrong, reports the Los Angeles Times. Banks do not exist simply to hold their consumers' money. Their purpose is to make money, right? And so they really prefer, according to the article, that you take your money elsewhere. Wow. Isn't that objective for what you've been taught, especially by the Dave Ramsey audience or followers? So banks and credit unions are doing everything they can. Listen, this is not me. This is from Time. Everything they can to get rid of the cash, except make loans. They don't want cash. They understand the value of this stuff. You all don't. He said banks are driving away deposits by refusing to renew CDs, certificates of deposits, at higher rates. Listen, by imposing fees on checking accounts for depositors who don't use other profitable financial services as well. So people tell you that banks want your cash so they can trade it on the forex. That's not true. The banks can get their money directly from central banks. Their loans are made when you just write your signature on a blue line on a piece of paper. They create loans out of thin air. They do not need your cash. And so they will penalize you, impose fees on you, like this bank said, just from just hoarding your cash in there. They don't want to have those administrative duties of ensuring a depreciating asset, right? And again, they're paying next to nothing on certificate of deposits, money market accounts, and savings accounts. And they simply began adding fees, right, to hold deposits that's even over $50 million made by big institutional clients. So if you make deposit over 50 million, they'll even fee you even high, right? And they're also more likely to hit you with overdraft fees when you keep swiping debit cards while their account falls into a negative balance. So we talk about credit card fees, but we don't talk about insufficient debit card fees. These fees are huge money makers for banks. So, and I think it wasn't Henry Ford said if people knew how the bank institutions really operated, it would be a bank run in the morning, right? It'll be a bank run in the morning. So why do banks want customers to deposit less? Because if you look around your cities, your states, the largest, most prosperous buildings are banks, especially if you go to California and New York, right? So banks just send a message. Why don't you just keep your money in the first place? They don't want those administrative duties. It's the lowest yielding asset. They'll make that money out from issuing credit, right? And so that's what the bank want to focus on. They don't want that depreciating asset. They want to get people in credit and vehicle debt through mortgages. And those are their biggest assets. So also when people inform you that banks don't want your houses, they don't want to be landlords, that's farthest from the truth. They want the land. They want that because they understand what assets are versus liability. And they understand that cash is liability. But the real land and gold and silver and certain cryptocurrencies are true assets, right? Lakendra said, listen to her wisdom with an open ear, as you have never seen a billionaire flashing money. You haven't. You see some people that's claiming to be thousandaires, and they are the ones that flash their money. As Jay-Z says in his song, The Story of OJ, right? You're on the gram holding money to your ear. There's a disconnect. We don't call that money over here. They call artwork money. They call land money. They call putting their homes in trust with equity money. They call gold and silver, right? 99.99% pure gold, 24 karat gold, not customized jewelry that depreciate in value, right? Because you got it customized. Not that. That's what billionaires and millionaires call money. But you call money cash, which is made up 75% cotton. So doesn't matter if you're black, brown, Caucasian, yellow, white, you're still an economic slave. And I really want to do a live stream on how your birth certificate or your birth name that's in all caps make you a corporation to the US government, and it's sold to Washington, right? The last live stream I did, the price was between 650,000 to 700,000. So I've been doing new research and up to date, and now birth certificates are being sold for $1 million on the stock exchange because you're free labor through your job. And that's why I always tell people to earn your money on this side of the cash flow quadrant, not being an employee or self-employed, right? Or independent contractor or whatever. Even 1099 get highly taxed. You have to be a small independent business. So convert your birth certificate name, right, into a business name. And now you're getting taxed as a lower corporation versus human resources corporation. So we're all talking about free energy and free labor. When you work a job, you get taxed. That's why Warren Buffett says percentage-wise, he's taxed less than his secretary because he's on this side. He earns his money through a business, EIN, not his social security number, and then he invests that money. And a home-based business, right, allows you to do that. And the home-based business that I'm affiliated with teaches this for a one-time investment of $249. So even if you want to do your own business, I still highly suggest a home-based business. Because wherever you reside in, your house, your apartment, your condo, wherever, right? Your utilities, your cell phone, certain square footage within that living quarters are now tax deductible. And something you cannot do in most cases with the independent business, if you have children, you can hire them and have tax deduction up to $12,000. And a lot of times this is really beneficial for men who pay child support, right? To get recuperate some of that child support back by reversing or flipping the script and now hiring those kids to help him work in the business, right? And so this is something that I try to get tax professional to teach their clients. Speedy Clippers, you haven't been here for a while. Hello to you. I'm glad you're saying hello, right? I'm glad you're saying hello. Sean, you are absolutely correct. Tax laws are written for employers, not the employees. And a lot of people don't know in 1933, the U.S. government was bankrupt. They filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And they had to find a way to get people to pay off their national debt. And they know that people knew, if they was aware, if they was woke, they would in no way agree to pay off the national debt of the United States government. So they did it by selling birth certificates. And it's called BI, right? BIRTH. But if you look at birth, BERTH, it means the porting of ships and vessels. It does not mean birth by a human. And so they sell those serial numbers that's worth $1 million, and they put you as their economic slave to pay back the national debt. And you pay it back, and that's why you're always behind and struggling financially. Because you won't convert your birth. That's why your bills come in all caps, people. Every bill you get in the mail, utility bill, credit card bill, mortgage bill, vehicle bill, whether you get it electronically or in the mail, your name is written in all caps. Just think about it. In the English language, it does not even teach you to write your name in all caps. Because now the government views you as a corporation, and you are, and you're highly taxed. So you get with the home-based business, and then you get 475 tax deductions versus just 15 as an employee. And now this allows you to get more money out of your paycheck. Yes, G-Man says Black Laws Dictionary. You are on it. You are on it, right? You are on it. That is. Look at Strawman. I didn't even mean to get on this, right? I still got to get on Dogecoin. But red cusp numbers on the Social Security and the SSN, the birth certificate, check it on Fidelity, right? I didn't even mean to preach on this, but I just, kind of felt the need. So, right, Sean, he said that's when American citizens become commodity. You're right. Have you all noticed that? And this is about the home-based business. If you want more information about the home-based business, go to fixmycreditandcash.com, select the tab More, and it's here, home-based business info. It's going to redirect you to this page, and I will share this link in the comment section of this live stream, how to shift your income.com. And after you watch these 3 short videos on this page, right? 1, 2, lower your taxes, increase your credit score, eliminate debt, and generate wealth. Then send me an email, right? Send me an email requesting more information on how to enroll. So, right, slavery never ended. It never did. They just took you from the fields of picking cotton now to chasing cotton in the form of cash, because cash is made of 75% cotton. People don't understand that. Do you all know, like when you were a child or some children, they used to have this invisible friend, right? Well, that's what you are when the government sells your birth certificates, right? Your serial numbers. You are the straw man. You are this fictitious person that they made up to pay their debt, because the government is really a fictitious corporation, because in 1933 it became bankrupt. So they create a fictitious person through your birth certificate. So you're not even considered as a human being. That's why they call it human resources. You're considered as their human resource, right? I didn't mean to get into that. I didn't mean to get in it. Jovan Jackson said, I studied this stuff years ago. Most people are ready for this information. Keep teaching. No, they not ready. And I promise you, I didn't mean to go down this rabbit hole, but for some reason I did, right? But you know, I hope that the ones that's watching this live on or on the replay can grasp it and understand. And that's why my new slogan or my new design is "Wake Up, Millionaires," because some people are still asleep. They're not awake. They don't understand this information. They never heard of it. So I need you all to stay woke and to wake up millionaires, right? Because we are going through a digital reset, a great reset. We're going to the digital dollar. All right, let's get on Dogecoin. Yes, Dogecoin uh, bonds until 1800. Isn't the Doge so cute, right? Doge has become the symbol of a small retail investor. 1,800 ATMs in the United States. Memes are the new money. Dogecoin, it doesn't matter what, it might start out as a joke, but it's not a joke anymore. It's about what the people want. If it's going to be the people's coin, the popular cryptocurrency, memes is the new money in crypto space. And it's all about what people have faith in, just like you all have faith in the dollar. And it's not backed by anything. A lot of things that I like about Doge is what some people say is a bad thing. I think it's a good thing because it has unlimited supply, right? Which means it has about a 5% inflation rate decrease as the amount grows, right? Also, it prevents from shortage, from loss of the coin. You heard about people that lost their key, or they forgot their password, they lost this much Bitcoin. Well, that can't happen with Doge. So it has unlimited supply, which is a good thing, right? And Doge is a popular, cryptocurrency that the people want. People want this coin to make it survive and thrive. So again, launched in 2013. And you got it endorsed by Elon Musk, Snoop Dogg, Gene Simmons. It's recent meme trading craze. Saw social media groups that pump game stocks. And so, yes, 1,800 ATMs worldwide, people. So I've explained to you all, I hope that you can understand Ethereum contracts, what that means, what smart contracts are, right? You have these NFTs, these digital artwork, digital Pokemons, also through the Ethereum exchange. And if if you came in late and you really want to understand DeFi financing, smart contracts, altcoins, let me see, altcoins, anything in decentralized financing, people, is going to be big. As I was stating earlier, right now, Bitcoin is not affordable, right, for the everyday working middle class. Actually, Bitcoin is $48,685. That's the annual salary for most of the population. So again, you have smart contracts that will be ran by Ethereum that many people believe, because of dollar cost average, will give greater returns right now for the people that's just now coming into the crypto space than Bitcoin. And then I discussed Polkadot and blockchain technology that Polkadot and ADA will have functions in, right? So you have Polkadot that's up 3% on the day. And then you have Cardano, ADA, that's at 0.55%, but I do believe it's not unrealistic to think ADA can go from $8 to $10. You have things like Ethereum tokens, Aave, right? Theta, Filecoins, BNB coins, that's going to do the work of smart contracts, right? And so just want to break that down exactly where Cardano, Polkadot, other things will play a part when it comes to blockchain, the difference between blockchain technology and cryptocurrency and Web 3.0. Also, not really price predictions, but just giving you information and education. But I do think Cardano will see $8, $10, right? I don't think I did this on my last night live stream. I didn't let you all know that since last year, Cardano and Singularity are in partnerships, right? Singularity Net and Cardano, Singularity Net is that new technology that's going to bring in the fourth industrial revolutions where you have machines and robots, right, taking over jobs. 55% of jobs will not come back. And look at the famous robot. Did that take me out? Okay. The most well-known, Will Smith endorsed her, Sophia, the robot. So Cardano and Singularity Net partnership. Listen, trillions in market cap. AI, artificial intelligence technology, right? Trillions in market cap. This was January the 7th. They are set to become the biggest movers and shakers in the whole blockchain space. If you don't understand blockchain, watch this video again. With the combination of both blockchain and AI, artificial intelligence, CEO geniuses have mastermind and unstoppable AI and blockchain revolutionary platform that will be the first to achieve a global decentralized general AI intelligence. Both of them now are fully adopting APIs and each other's infrastructure to create advanced reasoning abilities directly woven from the fabric of Cardano blockchain ecosystem. Again, if you don't understand blockchain, I talked about this. Listen, building AI and blockchain tools together in economic and symbolic relationship will make Cardano and Singularity Net become the top platforms for all Fortune 500 companies to adopt. It's even rumored that Elon Musk might adopt this for Tesla or Tesla Corporation within the next upcoming weeks. That doesn't take anything away from Dogecoin. He's just going to need it to fuel his Tesla business, this technology, machines, robots, right? So this is where AI and blockchain will converge into one single, inseparable entity, giving rise to real intelligence within everything. Look at this big news. You know what? I should have some super chats for this. I'm glad I reset this and then allowed the lie or ended and allowed to be blurry. But listen, Cardano's anticipated smart contracts release, listen, in March, this month, will enable Singularity's Net platform to fully release advanced platform features where all AI interactions happen on the chain and function much like a decentralized global brain. Cardano will become the body's nervous systems of Singularity's Net, neuron-like brain structuring, allowing all AI interactions and process within one embodied blockchain ecosystem on chain. Solving global problems of explainable AI or trusted AI. Released in March. So I'm going to leave this video clip. You all want to watch this, listen to this interview. Let me clip this for you. Release in March, this month. I told you all my last live stream. March is going to be a big month for cryptocurrency. Thank you so much, Queen, for the $9.99 super chat. You all start listening to people that will give you the plan to grow your money, not just tell you to sow your money. Right? I thought about the Little Red Riding Hood today. Little Red Riding Hood wanted people to help her to break bread. She said, let's make some dough. She wanted her friends to help. She wanted her friends to help her make some dough. Her friends didn't want to cut the wheat. They didn't want to process the wheat. But when it was time, when the bread was baked and the dough was ready, and Little Red Riding Hood came into her dough, everybody wanted a piece of the bread. Little Red Riding Hood said, no, you can't have a piece of my bread. You didn't help me in the planning process. You didn't help me make this dough. You didn't help me get this bread. No, you can't have my money. That's the link. You all watch that interview. Thank you so much, Deborah, for the $10 super chat. You didn't give me a plan. Even in the Bible, 2 Kings chapter 4, Elijah gave the widow woman a plan. And you know what the plan was for her? Open a home-based business. That's in the Bible. He told her, you need to open a home-based business. This is what I want you to do. I want you to take your credit. I want you to go to your neighbors, borrow vessels, borrow some pots, not a few. Get as much credit as you can. Her neighbors knew her situation. Thank you, LaKendrick, coming in with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you. Right? They knew. Right? Look, yeah, Little Red Riding Hood. Robin Hood trying to rob the hood. But I'm gonna teach you a lesson from Little Red Robin Hood. And they trying to take away Dr. Seuss. I don't like that. Dr. Seuss can teach you a whole lot. I've read that today. Right? Little Red Robin Hood tried to get her friends in. You trying to explain people about cryptocurrency. You trying to explain people about 5G. You trying to explain to people about breathing in your own carbon dioxide is not healthy. People don't believe you. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. This has nothing to do with this new cryptocurrency. All right, cool. When I get my bread, don't ask me to break you off. Don't ask me to break you off. When this bread get done, don't ask me to break you off. Yeah, I meant Little Red Riding Hood. I didn't say Little Red. It is Little Red Riding Hood, then? What did I say? I'm sorry, Little Red Hen. I'm thinking about Robin Hood. You right. Little Red Hen. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Robin Hood. Think about Robin Hood, Robin the Hood. No, you can't have none of my bread. You thought I was conspiracy theories, right? You thought this cryptocurrency stuff was it ain't happening. I'm telling you all, I made the live stream Friday. Cardano is going to make people rich, some millionaires, some billionaires. That combination is released this month. It's going to be big, just insider information. So, hey, I'm signing out. Joy from Medicine, close enough. Yeah, y'all got the message. I'm sorry. I just got so excited sharing that information with you all. That's why in Dubai, they sold off 750 million Bitcoin, Little Red Hen, right? 750 million Bitcoin to invest in Cardano and Polkadot. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. No, right. No bread for you. No bread for you. No bread. Look at my nails. No bread for you. Little Red, no bread for you. You don't want bread from the conspiracy theory, dude. No, you don't want bread. No bread for you. So you all, thank you so much. I'm logging off. King David, thank you from Cali. My Patreon members, thank for everyone. Jovan Jackson said she just used a quote from Dr. Seuss in her presentation. I hated that they're taking Dr. Seuss out, right? Dr. Seuss has some life lessons. Even Barack Obama said that you can get a lot of education from Dr. Seuss. And you all don't even want me going to the Wizard of Oz and how it's teaching about the monetary system, right? And the straw man I just got off of. You all have a good evening. Thank you all so much for the super chats, my Patreon members, everyone that commented. Let's get this bread, you all. Bake your doughs, right? I hope that information on Cardano inspired you all. Thank you, kings and queens, for the super chats. I hope that inspired you all to get invested in Cardano. Again, it's still under $1.50. And if you don't know how to invest in it or where to find it or what platform has it, Invest in the Cash on Crypto report is a PDF digital report. All you have to do is click on the links. It's going to take you directly to the exchange to invest in Cardano, right? Thank you all so much. This was a great live stream for me. Here's to your health and your wealth, your peace, your prosperity, your credit, your crypto, and your cash flow. Queen, I be want to say credit so bad, but Queen of Crypto out. You all have a great night. You have a blessed evening as well, you all. Good night. And thank you so much for everyone that gave the super chat.